Hi, my name is Tyler Moore. I've been making websites for over 20 years, and this is Emmanuel Diaz. He has made over 1,000 websites, and we're going to show you how to make a website in the simplest way, step by step, with no steps skipped.
Yeah, and making a website back in the day, even a couple years ago, was a pretty complicated process. Tyler's made a ton of videos, and every website had to be exactly the same, following the exact number of steps, and it was pretty complicated. I think only like 2% of people actually got and finished the website. And we know that there's a lot of AI tools that you've probably heard about, and sometimes they can seem overwhelming or confusing. But today we figured out, and we're going to show you the easiest way. You don't need to know how to code. You don't need to download or install any software. The only thing you need to know is the name of your business and the service that you offer. If you know those two things, at the end of this video, you will have a completely custom website. It's not going to be a template. Everybody's website who follows this video will look unique to their business, and it's going to be super easy. If you know your business name and you know the service you offer, you're going to have a totally awesome website.
Yeah, it's going to be super simple. We're going to do it step by step. And with that, what is the first step that we're going to do?
Yeah, we're going to go to hostinger.com/unlock. Uh, that's going to give you Tyler's discount, which is the best discount that Hostinger offers. And Hostinger is actually one of the fastest and best hostings to set up with this kind of website that we're going to be building today.
Yeah, it's the
So,
hosting
yeah.
that I use myself. And so you just go here and you get up hosting. Which plan do they need? Which plan should they get?
Yeah, I think the basic plan works for most businesses, right?
Yeah, and you can always upgrade later if you need some super crazy AI, but we're going to show you the most cost effective way of doing it. So you just choose plan and you go through this. It costs
And
about $30 after the discount and everything. So we have
yeah, and this will be
the
the only
discount right here.
expense that you'll have.
And then, but you don't need to do 48 months. You can do 12 months, which gives you a free domain name. So you do 12 months, and it is $47, which is really good. I wouldn't do 1 month because you don't get a free domain name. But yeah, and then once you press continue, then you'll have an account.
Right. And this is the only thing that you have to pay for. So you're not going to have to pay for any AI service or any programs or anything like that.
Yep, exactly. And then once you get your account, it's going to ask you for you to type in your website name. You don't need to know your website name right now. You can do a temporary site, and then that just stays saved that you have a website name available for free. So I like to, if I can't think of the website name right now, I like to just use a temporary website. And then once you do get your website name, it will show up in something like this. So these are all
Right.
my
So
websites
it's
right here.
really cool. So does that mean that they can design their website without having to have a domain ready right away?
Exactly. So it's like a temporary domain. And then once they finally finalize their name, they could connect very easily.
That's great. Awesome. So that's pretty cool that you don't even have to have a domain ready right away. You can just start designing. And that's usually where people kind of get stuck because in the past, the design process was hard. You had to, use something like WordPress, install it, set up the menu, set up the pages, download plugins, uninstall things, and it was very complicated, and people would fall off. But I've actually set up a tool that makes it super easy to get your website up and running.
Yeah, so this is Emmanuel's prompt generator. It's on his website. It'll be in the description below, but you can type it out right here if you want. I createyourwebsite.com/this. And I filled it out for you so that you don't need to watch me filling this out. But basically, what does this do?
Yeah, so if you go to icreateyoursite.com/website prompt generator, it's going to have a really simple form that's going to ask you some information about your business. It's going to ask you your name, the business name, the services you offer, describe your business a little bit. You don't have to go super complex. And then your contact info for your business, like your phone number and email, um, your website URL, if you already have a domain. If you don't have a domain yet, you can leave it blank. And then your website colors, you can choose the colors that you like, or you can let the AI choose the colors. So you don't actually have to interact with the AI at all. You just click generate my website prompt, and this is going to make a prompt that I think you have to put HTTPS in there. And we'll set it up so that if you leave it blank, it'll still work. Um, but this will generate a prompt that's going to give the AI the entire explanation of how a really good website should work. So normally you'd have to spend a really long time thinking about what to write and how things link and how the page is structured and what to show in each page, all this kind of stuff. We already thought of all of that for you. We just need the business information to generate it. So next you can just click copy the prompt.
And does this cost any money, or is this
This is
absolutely free?
complete this is completely free. So what we've done is that we've put all the thought onto what makes a good website and combine that with the information that you give us about your business, and then you can just copy and paste that into a really good website design AI, like Claude Code is what we would recommend. Even the free version will work. So you paste it in, and it's going to already have all the information, and then just hit enter, and you're going to see that it's going to generate an amazing website for you. So we'll let Claude think here for a couple of moments, and we'll show you how it works and how to get the website set up once that's done.
Does Claude cost any money, or
Yeah, so like most AIs, there's like a free tier, which is like a chat. So you can just set up a free account and then paste in this prompt, and that's really all you have to do. And we're going to show you now what it outputs and how to use it. But no, it's you can use the completely free version. There is a paid version if you want to like use it more frequently. You know how AIs after a couple of tries it asks you to wait an hour or two. So if you use it more, it might tell you that. But you don't have to pay. You can wait for the timer to reset. But in my experience, you can probably get the full website and a couple edits done before you have to hit that reset timer.
and the great thing about this is Claude is what we also use. So the free version is like, this is like the basic version, but it's going to give you basically the same power that we use, but it's going to be free. And then once, if you do upgrade to Claude and you want to use like the Claude Code or the Claude Desktop, it's going to seamlessly like integrate perfectly. So you're going to be using like the more powerful tools, but you don't need that right now because you're just doing like a simple website.
Right. So the cool thing is that when this finishes, it's gonna give you a document that you can open up in your Chrome browser, and that document is just gonna be your whole website. And then from there, you can just tell the prompt, tell Claude what you want to change. If you want to move something around, if you have a logo, you can drag and drop it right into the box and say, "Hey, this is my logo. Add it in there." And you can just tell Claude to make changes to the website. And what we've solved is the most overwhelming part, which is the technical part of having it build the structure of the site, so that you actually get a website, and then you can do the fun part, which is just telling it to move things around and change the color and change the fonts and make it look how you want, without worrying about the navigation menu and the URL structure and the call to actions and all those other complicated things.
Right. But once we get the file and we have it on our computer, how do we get it onto this hosting? How do we get it to hosting? Or
Right. So while Claude loads, we can show them that. So you can, I think Tyler, you've done this a million times. So once they have the website, what's the next step?
yeah, we can go into the dashboard on your website. So we can go into the dashboard right here. And then once you're on the dashboard, and that's just for this site right here, there's a file manager. So you just click on file manager, and this is the file manager only for this website. So it won't control your whole site, but this is just for this website because you can have multiple sites on your one hosting. So this just controls this site. I believe
Yeah.
I
So
already have things in here, so I can actually delete those. So
yeah. So what you're looking for when you click on there is the folder that Tyler just sold called public HTML.
oh yes,
And
I skipped that.
basically,
Sorry.
yeah, what that means is the public website. HTML is just a very simple type of code that displays online. But public HTML is like, hey, this is the part of the website that is visible to the public. And right now it's empty, but we're going to upload the file that Claude is going to create for us. And it's gonna show our whole website. So here we see that it's starting, and in the preview of Claude, you might be missing some images, but if you save the file, so it's gonna give you a demo here. I recommend downloading it because in the preview you miss a couple of things, and then that file you'll be able to open in your Chrome browser and preview it right there. So
Okay, cool. So oh yeah,
let's
let's
open it
open
for them.
this in the Chrome browser. Ooh. Now, how much would have this cost, a year ago?
Yeah, so a lot of hosting companies just to set up WordPress, a blank WordPress, or charging $300 to $400, right? And then if you want an agency, even if they're using a template, they're going to charge you at least, a couple of $100 more, maybe $1,000 to set up a multi-page website. So this is probably like a $1,500 website for
Yeah.
a lot of small businesses.
Yeah. And then why are you telling us this? Isn't this your entire business? Why would you be telling us your secrets?
Yeah, so I feel like making a website is becoming a lot easier for more businesses, and I feel like most businesses that are just starting probably don't need my services. They just need to get up and running. I like helping businesses that are kind of already on their feet get to that next level.
Yeah.
And what I'm doing right now is for a lot of these businesses, a lot of additional services like doing SEO to get them more customers, building custom dashboards, building custom CRMs. You can do so many things with Claude Code, and you can build so many custom tools for different business needs. That that's what I do to help these businesses get to the next level. And of course, sometimes some customers might not be happy with a simple basic website like this. They want something more advanced and more complex, and they don't want to deal with the technicality of setting something up like that. And then that's where I'll step in. But I think for a simple website when you're just getting started, this is perfect. The same way that if you need a simple logo, AI can generate a really good logo. And if your business is getting more serious, then you might hire a designer to create like a really nice custom logo for you.
Right. But to me, this is actually beautiful. This is a beautiful website. I mean, if I went to this website, I wouldn't be mad at it. I'd be like, wow, this is a very nice, better than probably 90% of websites. But okay, we have it on our desktop. How do we get it to our actual site? And what I like to do
Y-
first before you get into that is it named it index 1 HTML because I already had an index on my on my computer. So I like to rename this just to index. And index means this is the main page of the website. It's computer talk for how would you explain index.html?
Yeah, it's just indexing everything under it. So this is like the primary page, and
Mm-hmm.
everything else is indexed below this page.
Right.
Um, so yeah, I would keep the name just to make sure nothing breaks.
Yep.
And it's super simple. Now I do want to add that if you want to change something about your website, you can go back into the Claude Code interface and ask it to add more photos, upload your
Right.
logo, ask it to change the fonts or the colors, add a page, remove a page. You can modify it however you want, and then you can download that file and upload that file. So
Right.
you can
So
you
just
know
change whatever you want right here. Say,
you
no,
can,
I don't
yeah.
want it to look like this. It needs to be called this. I want an extra page. I want this. I want this.
Right. And then it'll show you the preview. You download it, open in Chrome, and you can see the preview. So everybody's website is going to be different. We don't want to sit here and edit a photography page if you're a dog groomer watching this. But you can just ask for exactly what you want and then download it.
Right.
So once you have that file exactly how you like it, you can go back to the file manager
Okay. And let's see if the
and
making your site works. It does not work right
yeah.
now.
So
Okay.
right now it's empty, which is what we did, right?
Right.
So your website will probably show like it's empty. So we're gonna upload that file, and I think you can just drag and drop it, right?
Let's see. Yes, you can. All
Okay,
right.
cool.
And now it's uploaded and hopefully, boom, we have a
That's all it
website.
takes.
That's all
You
it
have a
takes. And
website.
it's
That's
secure and it works and I mean, to me that's crazy. This website would have taken me, when I started I couldn't even make this. But when I started a little later when I was good, this would have taken me 10 hours at least, right? I mean,
yeah.
this would have taken a
Making
long
this
time.
with even with like more modern tools like Elementor, at least a couple hours.
Yeah,
This was a couple seconds, right?
right.
Type in your business info, copy the prompt, paste it in, and you can probably dedicate a couple more minutes to getting your logo in there and moving things around. And here's the great thing: the hardest part is getting the website up, because you can upload this and you have a website right away, but you can still go back to Claude and keep working on it, and then go
And then
back to the file
re-upload it.
manager,
Yeah.
delete it, and then re-upload it, and then you upload the new version of your
Yeah.
website.
I don't even think you have to delete it. You just click, hold, and drag, and it overwrites, and
Yeah, I
you're
think
done.
as long as the name is the same, it'll know
Mm-hmm.
to like override it with the new one.
Yeah. And it's called the index.html makes it so it doesn't have to say /index.html right here.
Right.
because it's the main index of your website. I have a
And
technical question. Maybe the
right.
audience won't love, but how did you get it to not have different files, but the about, the services, and the contact to still work as if they're different pages? Because this is all one file, right?
Yes, and it's also all one page. So it's just designed in a way where each page overlaps the next one, keeping the header on top. So it is one page, but it's kind of like all wrapped together
Right.
into
But
one
Google
file.
would see different pages, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that was a little bit of Claude magic there to get that to work.
That's really cool
Um,
because it would be
yeah,
hard, if you could actually go back here and say, now make me an about page, and I'll make you an about page, and I'll make this page. But then everything will kind of get messed up. If you changed on the about page, you change this header, then you have to change every page. With this, it's just all
it's
in
all
one.
together.
Pretty genius. I like your tool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So another thing is if for any reason you do get the .html showing on your website, if you go to back to I create your site, um I have a little backup
There it
right there.
is.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, if you scroll down, you can just add a text file with you can copy this and add a text file right there as another upload.
Mhm.
And these are just some extra instructions in case for some reason you're still getting that .html showing in your URL. It'll just
Okay,
fix that.
so you copy this into a text file, and then you upload it,
Yep,
and then
right there
you
at the
and then
yeah,
you name it .htaccess.
right.
Okay.
Which I think it's probably if you go to public HTML to your file manager, and there should be a button somewhere that lets you see hidden files. I think.
I think you can make a file too.
Yeah.
I believe somewhere. I don't know where it is, but
Oh, new file.
you
There it
can do
is.
it.
New file. New file. On the
Where?
left hand side. On the left hand side.
Ah, where? New file. Okay, yeah, new file.
Yeah.
So you named this
So
.ht access. You create it,
right.
and then
You
you'd
paste it
paste
in there.
in. You paste in. Did I have it copied? I can't remember. You copy this.
Yeah.
You paste it in.
That's only if you're getting that .html.
Right.
If it's working fine, don't even touch it.
Yeah.
Don't even touch it.
Let's not mess with
But if
this.
not, that'll fix it. Yeah.
Okay, then we see it right here, but I'm going to delete this because we don't need it. So delete. Very good.
Yeah. So I don't know if you want to show them some examples of like what it looks like when you make a small edit to the site. We can ask it to
Okay,
change the
sure.
font or something like that.
Yeah. Do we like this color scheme? I mean, I do like the color scheme, but what do we want
Yeah.
to do?
Yeah, we can ask it. Let's ask it to change the font to something more bold. Um, and you can let's ask it to use warmer colors in the color scheme, and let's see what it does. Oh, you can also say add a section about pricing to the homepage, for example.
Okay.
Okay. So this is now gonna make a small update to that file, and we'll show you what that looks like, and we'll show you how to replace it. It's really easy, but we'll just show you how easy it is because we know it can be sometimes daunting to deal with like the file manager and things like that, especially when it's like your first time.
Yeah. And you can't really mess up on a new website. Sometimes people say, oh, I want a coming soon page, or I want these things. Well, no one's really all going to your website at the same time. It takes a while to be indexed into Google and everything. And just don't be afraid of messing around and messing it up sometimes. And you can always redo it.
Yeah, sometimes people have asked me for coming soon pages, and the reality is that, like you said, unless you already had a really popular website,
Yeah.
um, and even if you did have a really popular website, then in that case you should leave your website up until the new one is ready.
Right.
But the coming soon, I think it's better to have something online than to wait for something to be perfect.
Yeah. Totally. It's okay to fail in public.
Yeah. And to show you what's possible, we can go through some example websites or this loads of websites that I've built with Claude Code, just to give people some ideas of what can be built. So if you go back to my website and you click on our work and go to portfolio, we can look through some websites here, and these are websites that have been made with Cloud Code. So, for example, if you go to Squirrel Hill Rentals, it's a pretty complex one. This is like an apartment rental website, and the property search, the navigation, the
But
layouts.
in order to make this, you'd have to get the $20 a month Claude subscription and download the Claude desktop app, right?
Yeah, it's obviously when you're making a website with like complex search and layouts and like at that point you need the full version of
Yeah.
Claude Code because it's going to be impossible to it uses a lot more code to develop. Um, but the variety in the design and what you can ask it to do is really nice, and you can get a ton of cool design.
Really, really nice.
My actual whole site was a Claude Code site as well. So I create your site, the entire layout, the design, the animations, all of that
I really
was
like
done as
this
well
little
with
pill
Claude
thing
Code.
that goes when you scroll down. It becomes
Yeah,
like a little. Well, that's so cool.
yeah.
It's a little
So
thing.
a lot of people talk about AI slop design, right? And sometimes if you just let the AI do the default settings,
Hmm.
you do get a website that kind of looks like very basic. But it's like a photography, right? When cameras became popular, everybody can take a photo, but not everybody's a photographer, right? Like
Right.
everybody has a camera, right? Their cell phone, and it's a good camera, right? Like it's
Yeah.
the camera on your phone is much better than cameras that were available 50 years ago. But you wouldn't hire a cell phone photographer to do like your wedding photos.
Right. And that's what I always think about. Like, you can do way more stuff and you can actually be way more creative. I have like so many different projects going on now because I'm just so excited about the things that I can make, and I can make it exactly of the vision in my mind. And so when people say AI slop, I just don't understand what they're talking about because I can make exactly what I want to make. I could sketch it out on the paper, then make it, precisely, and it seems more unique than anything, really.
Yeah, I think the slop comes from it's like cooking, right? Like if you're a chef and you know how to cook, you get the ingredients and you can make a delicious meal. But if you don't know how to cook, you're gonna make slop.
Right.
Even if you have the best ingredients, it's not gonna be good, right? You're gonna burn it. You're gonna put too much salt. And it's the same thing, right? We have all these ingredients, all these tools, but you need to know how to use them to get the best output. And with the prompt generator, that's kind of what I did. It's kind of like a
Right. It
recipe
gives you a
for like.
lot of different things that, you wouldn't think of, or a lot of different, like, skills that it should have, right?
Right, exactly. So, if you want to look through the prompt, I have things like don't use emojis, right? Because AI loves to use emojis, but emojis are not professional on a business website. It has stuff like when you hover over a button, they should have some kind of animation. The header should be sticky. The navigation should look this way and be in this location. Um, I have there things like how the hero section should be used, how where the call to action should be so that it can look nice, versus if you just let the website generate without any feedback, the AI will do okay, but it's usually not going to look like a professional website, and it'll give you that AI slop kind of look that I was trying to avoid in this prompt.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it looks really good. I don't think this looks like AI slop. I wouldn't think that this was an AI website, that's not what would come to mind.
Right, right, exactly. It's the human touch at the end of the day.
It's
So
the human touch.
it looks like it's wrapping up here.
Yeah, I hope so. Okay. It says created. Your previous message wasn't sent. You can try
I think it
again.
finished. I think
Oh no,
it's
it's
just
still going.
finishing
It's
up.
still going.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's
Oh
wrapping
my
up
god.
the updates to the. Don't get scared, guys.
Okay, see, I got scared. I don't think they're scared.
Yeah. This was a pretty big ask. I think that we asked to kind of redesign the whole website.
Yeah.
Um, but I think it's good because if you're watching this video, we want you to feel confident that whatever your business is, or whatever kind of idea you have, you can make it and you can have it live really easily. And to think that for $50 you can have a professional business website, whether you're doing it for yourself or whether you're starting a business selling websites. Your cost is $50 to get a website set up. For your own business, that's great. A year of a website where people can find you online and on Google and things like this. And if you're an agency, then you can resell a simple website to a small business that need one, and your only cost is $50.
Yeah, I think it's pretty crazy. And I think it's pretty crazy that these tools get like, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3% better every month. Like, over a year, that's like 30%. And then you're just better and better and better and better. I see some of these like web developers that spent their entire life, like I did, developing websites, and they're really against it. And I think it's because they spent their entire life doing it. They learned something that was really hard to learn, and then this thing comes along and they feel like that they're taking its job, or it's taking their job or something. But I don't feel that way. I feel like it allows me to do so much more. It's not taking away from me, you know.
Yeah. What I have been able to do is for the businesses that I help, without them asking me, right? They just tell me how their business works, and I can identify these gaps that normally you would need to have like some super expensive niche software
It would
that would be
cost
like
so much,
really,
right? It would
it would
cost
be so
so much.
expensive.
a
It
hundred
would be
thousand
so
dollars $500,000.
right. It would be like super complicated to set up, and it would be so niche that like probably doesn't get updated regularly. It's not like on brand. It's going to be like a generic thing. So now I can go into a business and say, hey, what are you having issues with? Oh, your booking. Oh, you're having issues with like your schedule. Oh, you're having issues with like your CRM. Okay, I can make them a custom tool that does exactly what they need. No extra buttons, no bloat. And when they say, hey, you know what? I wish my CRM had this feature. We can just add the feature to it.
Right.
It's not like
It's
a
done.
software.
It's
It's like
done.
it's
It's
done.
done a half an hour later.
Yeah, it's incredible. Like I had this customer that I built a custom CRM where people need to upload like their information to it, and one of the things they have to upload is like their driver's license, and whatever they're filling out the form. But some people when they took the photo of their driver's license, it was like sideways, like their phone was in horizontal mode. And if you had like a software that you bought, like you're just kind of stuck with that.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, let's add a feature where you can rotate the
Rotate.
image
Yeah.
after upload. You add the feature and that's it. He can just rotate the image after upload. So little things like that where it's super. He's like an instructor, so we built like a course presentation into his CRM too. You can start providing so many things to businesses that like normally only an enterprise with like a development team would have access to.
Right.
And if you're an agency and you're selling businesses not just their website but like all these custom tools, it's something where they really appreciate the service. Okay, let's see what we have here.
All right. So, yeah, this is without all the images and stuff. Oh, it gave us. That's kind of cool. I think I like the original better, but we'll see with the images. Let's
Yeah, let's see the
download
preview.
it. So we download it again, and then again we have this index 1 for some reason. I'll drag it to my desktop. I'll just rename it to index because we don't need the 1. I'll drag it and I'm going to overwrite it. So I'm going to replace it. I just like to keep it organized. You could have just dragged it right to the website. But then we'll go to the website. We'll open up this website and we'll just drag it in. And hopefully it'll ask me to replace it. Yeah, replace
Yeah, it's
all files.
gonna.
Okay.
And so if you're updating your website, this is all you're doing, just uploading the new file, and it'll replace the old one.
Oh, actually, I kind of like that's kind of cool too.
Yeah.
And let's see if it's got our rate in there. It does. Very cool. Hey.
So it's pretty cool that it used the warmer colors that we asked for, but it was also smart enough to use a warmer picture. It's like has the sunlight picture now instead of like the trees picture.
Oh, look, and it redid the services.
Yeah, and it added little icons for each thing:
That's
nature,
cool. I like
portraits,
this like
weddings.
little animation. I don't know if you can see it from over there,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind
It
of
looks
cool.
awesome.
Simple flat rate. It's like sells you too. It's just not like a generic thing. 8 years in practice. I like this drop cap right here. Making websites is just so much fun. I don't know.
Yeah,
I tell
it's
everyone that's all I
amazing.
talk about. People meet me and I'm just talking about AI. They're like, "Shut up, you're stupid.
Who cares?
Who cares?" I'm like, "Guys, this is the future." They're like, who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you have to talk to the right person who needs it
Nope,
in the right
it's
moment.
everyone for me. It's not
Everybody needs a website.
It's every single person.
Oh man. Yeah, so it's super easy to do. I don't know if there's anything you want to add that they should know about, getting their website to work.
No, I think that's it. I mean, your prompt thing was super cool. Makes it super easy. You don't need that, but I think it helps a lot.
Yeah,
The Claude is free. The only thing that costs money is the Hostinger, which is under $50 for the entire year. Um, yeah, that's it. Use my
yeah.
coupon code if you want. Hostinger.com/unlock. It'll be in the description. And
Yeah, and
yeah,
tell us about your business in the comments, and if you finish and publish a site, post it in the comments. I think we should do a video, reviewing everybody's comments and kind of checking out their websites and giving them feedback on their websites. I think that'd be fun.
yeah. And what do you guys think of AI? And yeah, we would love to see your website in the comments. That makes me so happy when I get to see somebody's website.
Yeah, I think it's so much easier. I think a lot more people will be able to finish their website this way.
Yeah, cool. All right. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Comment, rate, subscribe. Thanks again. See ya.
Bye.